Wanted to talk about another alternative to antidepressants. Again, with the caveat, I do take an antidepressant in the winters in particular. After I've exhausted all these other alternatives, if I'm already doing all the other alternatives and I'm still feeling down, then I go for the antidepressant with the doctor's approval. But I like to exhaust everything else, kind of make sure I'm doing all the self-care stuff. Because if you get on an antidepressant and you're not doing the other self-care stuff, it won't be as effective anyway. So, antidepressant alternative number 3 would be counting your blessings. And the way I do that in every day is I simply will do 3 gratitudes with Stephanie at night, my beautiful wife. And we're trying to teach David to do the same, my 4-year-old. And so we just talk about, like, what are you grateful for in the last 24 hours? You can also do, what are you grateful for in general if you've had a rough 24 hours? But usually, if you try hard enough, you can think of 3 gratitudes over the last 24 hours. So that's another antidepressant, because you're focusing on the good in your life. You're focusing on what has happened that has gone right. Our brains tend to focus on the negative. What has gone negative in the past 24 hours is too easy to come up with. You don't need help thinking of that. 3 gratitudes kind of turns that narrative on its head and say, hey, what went right the last 24 hours? What can we be grateful to God for over the last 24 hours? A lot of times it's something my wife or my kids did, whether it's Darcy taking her first steps. I mean, that's been 6 months ago now, or that they say, I love you, unprompted by mom and dad, or having food on the table, having a home to go to, especially when you think about the war in Ukraine right now. There's a number of things we all have to be grateful for. So 3 gratitudes is what we try and do every day. And we don't do it every day, not even close. But if I'm feeling particularly down, or in the winter especially, we try and make that a usual habit, 3 gratitudes.